Welcome back to MediaMix podcast, where we watch movies, TV shows, and play video games sometimes. We haven't uploaded any video game ones yet, but they're coming. Don't forget, if you like what you see on this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're generally a new channel, so we appreciate all the support we can get.
Wait, hold on, guys.
We're not going to address Zach.
Oh, no, never mind.
Huh?
Here you go.
You done?
No, I was gonna.
If you're gonna burp, do it now.
I was gonna rip a fat one, but never mind.
Never mind.
Okay.
Let's go ahead.
So, this week we're doing,
I really hope it picked it up.
Did it pick it up?
Of course it picked it up. What do you mean?
Okay, go ahead, Nick. Sorry.
Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted.
Oh,
I don't
my
know which one
God.
of you farted, but
How'd you
we're
time
watching
it that badly?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm so lucky I can't smell. Anyway, we'll get into that later.
What?
But we're watching Fear Street this week.
What?
And it's like a three movie
We
thing.
watched it this week.
Yeah, we watched it. Well, some of us watched it last
Some of
week.
it.
I watched it all today.
The scary.
We watched it when it came out.
You guys watched? So how long ago was that?
A month ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys remember any of it?
I remember all of it.
So.
Oh, by the way, we have to address the fact Zach's dressed up as a hot dog because
if you
we
didn't
said
notice
that.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jack,
I know
switch
it's kind of
the
hard
damn
to see.
cameras. Sorry.
I wanted to show them he was dressed up as a hot dog.
Oh, okay. Well then.
No, I don't think they got it.
That's
Switch back
somewhat.
to him.
Did you guys notice that?
He's dressed up as a hot dog, guys.
No, zoom in.
You
Guys, we did it.
We
yeah,
did it.
We
you
did
got-
it.
You got him in the hot dog
15
costume.
likes.
We hit the 15 likes, and Zach is a hot dog.
Now, what are we gonna make him
Correct.
do for another 15 likes?
That is to be determined.
Spider-Man suit.
He can't. We don't have one.
We'll get one. We'll make
DIY one.
DIY Spider-Man suit.
So bad.
We'll have it be a surprise. If you give us another 15 likes, we
Let's
will
make it 20.
surprise.
Let us know
20
down in the
likes.
comments what you want Zach to
If
win
you get us
next
to
week.
another 20 likes by the next
Not
time we
another, don't have
record,
to hit 20. Just 20 likes.
Alright,
Give us
if we get
20 likes.
If we get another 15 views, we'll put Zach in another costume.
if you get us to 20 likes in like 2 weeks, then we'll have him do something.
I literally didn't talk. And they're
You're
just
okay with this,
selling
right?
it.
You're okay with this?
Just telling your body.
I'm
Sorry,
just
Zach.
kidding. If Zach's cool with it,
I
then
have
we'll
no
do it.
say in this.
All right, so Fear Street. Is that Alex? You want to give a quick overview of the movie?
Yeah, so I'm going to read the Google
Movies.
version because, MediaMix, if we just talk, it'd be the whole podcast. So,
Too bad it's not on them.
okay. After a series...
I'm gonna steal the show.
Shut the fuck up.
Every now and then, we'll just remind you guys
I'm the
that
hot
Zach,
dog in
that
this
Zach is wearing a
situation.
hot dog suit.
Am I gonna be on the thumbnail? Can I be the thumbnail?
Oh man, I have to make
Yeah.
the thumbnail with all these.
Just Fear Street. It's just this.
Fear Street, but Zach's in a hot dog suit. That's
Fear
what it's
Street,
called.
but it's
Straight
even
fear.
scarier. I wish I was one of the killers on this show.
Yeah, you got a new Dead by
crazed
Daylight
hot dog.
killer. Just you running around with an axe.
The hot dog stand,
No, with
man.
condiments.
I thought you were
I
gonna.
turn people into hot
thought you
dogs.
were gonna say something else.
You make people bleed ketchup.
Are we 10 minutes in? Can we say that word?
No, we're not.
No,
we
we're
already
not
said
even
it.
5 minutes in.
10 minutes
He's going
in,
to bleep
wow,
it out
time
anyways.
flies. Anyways,
So,
anyways,
the overview.
as I was saying,
it's really hot in this.
after a series of brutal slayings, a teen and her friends take on an evil force
It's
that's...
still not
Shut the
on.
fuck up. That's plagued the notorious town for centuries. The end.
It's like
So-
a one sentence.
So basically,
Yeah.
Wait.
Three movies.
Don't
Oh God, why is it always silent? Okay, just go ahead.
you gotta work on
Yeah.
your fart game.
Oh God, God. Anyway,
The smell and the sound.
that was like a one sentence thing.
Yeah, that's all you needed.
Okay.
For a
And
whole
we'll go in
trilogy?
more depth because, like, whenever we do our own, we're like, all right, we're just gonna go.
We
We
can
never
From the
actually
beginning,
finished
where
the
it actually
synopsis.
began.
We could start with the first one.
Well, I'd like to just say that it was based off of R.L. Stein's books.
Doesn't he
Yeah.
do Goosebumps?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
I think Fear
Which
Street was
I'd like to
written.
do the Goosebumps TV show.
Fear Street was written first before Get the Goosebumps.
Oh, so it's old.
Yeah.
It's pretty old. 1666.
So
Quite
it's
old.
old. I'm not that. Goosebumps is not that old. It's from the 90s.
That's
Older than
Well,
us.
if it was written before the 90s.
No, well, shut up.
how old are people from the 90s? Like almost 30.
30.
Being bullied.
It's pretty old.
Or over 30.
Assuming.
Markiplier was born in the
Go to
90s.
college. Don't start a podcast.
Yeah, don't get an education. Do what we do.
No.
What?
I'm trying to help them.
You're giving
Alright.
him like the worst. Anyway, just go
You guys
ahead.
do the podcast.
Become a YouTuber. Drop out.
Yeah. So basically, there's these two different like towns. One's called Shady Side and then
Shadyside.
Sunnyvale. Shadyside, there's a witch that plagued the land or cursed the land, and she basically keeps like making people like commit mass murder.
For no
Right?
reason. Like
For
people
no
just
reason.
like
She
snap,
just possesses
kinda.
them, and then they just go and kill people. And in order to stop this evil witch from doing all these horrible atrocities in Shadyside, you have to give her hand back to her body.
Give her a hand.
Because she lost her hand. I don't know.
Okay.
What?
I watched Zach for like a solid 20 seconds just stare in the camera like a freaking creep. And I was like,
Don't do
I
that.
was
You're
like-
gonna scare our
I was
audience away.
like, he's not stopping. Oh my god, he's kept on doing it. Oh my god. Sorry, go ahead.
Red.
That was a
Oh my gosh.
It's just
So-
something to look at.
He blends into his costume now.
Oh my god, that was so funny. You did that for a solid like 30 seconds. There's gonna be some guy.
completely missed it. I
It's
was
gonna be
trying to,
some guy
like-
like hoping. It's gonna be like, I don't know, Craig. He's just gonna be watching it and he's like, why would you stop staring at me? I'm taking
just start
your-
telepathically
I'm
talking
to my
like,
soul.
Dude,
Craig.
what if there's some
Craig.
people who like listen to podcasts or watch podcasts when they take a shit. So imagine you're just like taking a dump and you're just like this scary man.
I'm pretty sure if you're taking a dump, you're not watching what's on screen in the podcast.
Probably
You're
not.
Probably like on
You can't
Instagram or
focus.
something.
Or TikTok.
I speak from experience, obviously, but anyway, first movie. You want to talk about first movie?
The first so there's 3 movies. There's a trilogy. The years were 1994, 1978, and 1666. So
Wow, very
they're-
quaint.
they're
And
set.
then 1994 Part 2.
No, 94 is part 1.
But there's a part
there's
2
a
to
part
part
2.
1 that comes after part 3.
What?
Hey, that's what they said in the movie,
So
okay?
it was in the
It plays
movie.
part 3. They go back to. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it yet, but there's actually after
We
part
spoil
3,
it.
then
People
go
watching
back,
this.
They go
Watching
back to
it?
like the 90s, and it's like the 90s part 2, and I'm like,
I don't
What?
know what you're talking about.
it's a whole anthology. Like you gotta, read
Like,
the
you
different
know,
parts.
when it, like, in the Part 3, after the, like, 1666 stuff ends, it's like 1994 Part 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it says
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't know that.
like the
it's-
post credits
That's
after
what
that.
it's
that. No, that's like
Not
where
even
the
post-credits,
climax of the
just,
whole
like-
trilogy
like
happens.
the last 40 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Movie.
But let's
Well,
get back
yeah,
to the
kinda.
first movie before we spoil the next 2 movies.
We're not spoiling any. The people who watch this either haven't watched it and they just want to listen to us talk and fart, or
Yeah, that's
they've
why they're
seen the
here. They
movie.
just want to hear you fart, Schneider.
Yeah, I will get one good. Probably not on these
Yeah,
I mean,
mics.
let's be honest. The real reason people are here.
Quit watching furry porn, Jack. I'm just kidding. He's like, huh?
Caught
Huh?
red-handed.
More
What
like-
did you say?
Caught red-handed.
Oh, I thought you said Kung Fu Panda. I'm like, that's
The
a
fuck?
that's a horrible.
What?
That's a horrible.
What?
rule for-
Yes.
That's not. That's
Yes.
Girls.
Do you see that Meat Can? Speaking of Markiplier, you see that Meat Canyon made an animation for Markiplier?
Who's Meat Canyon?
Yeah, he's like the one who makes a really creepy animations of like people. He did the one where it was like, what was his like most notable one that he did?
Mr. Beast, Bugs Bunny,
Bugs Bunny.
I think it was the Bugs Bunny one that like everybody remembered.
David Dobrik.
Oh, that one. That guy's so.
That was so funny.
I don't like how he
I have
did.
no idea what you guys are talking about.
Are we over 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I've already
No.
cursed like 5
We're not.
times.
Get some nice little.
Well, I
mix.
said
I
furry
already said.
porn,
I already
so-
said. Yeah. But anyway, he did an animation. But I'm done talking about that. I was really quick gonna say something about the first movie, or at
Okay.
least the movies in general. They have kind of like all the same, like topics in it, and it feels like a lot of movies have just been like, I don't know how to say it without sounding like a parent, but it's like they're like, oh, in order to make it relatable with people, we have to have 3 things: either sex, drugs, or alcohol. If one of those things isn't in there,
Or excessive gore.
they're not gonna laugh. They're not. I know I sound like a parent when saying that, but
I want to be interested in it.
really, if they didn't have those 3 things,
Well, think of
let's
what's
just
one
say-
like movie or show that you've like enjoyed that hasn't had any of those. He mentioned
Cars
gore.
Mandalorian.
2?
I haven't seen
Cars
Cars.
Two didn't
Cars
have
2?
teenagers.
I mean, I understand. Like
I saw
Cars
some
didn't
sex
have
scenes in
sex.
that
They have-
movie.
Story?
Toy Story didn't have sex.
they have
It had gore.
those.
Oh, wait, you're talking about movies that we did enjoy with it in it?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
There's tons of movies, but the
Yeah,
thing
you're
is
right,
like
you're right, you're right.
you don't have to
Cars.
you don't have to bank on those 3 things for it to be relatable to the
Paw
to the
Patrol?
kids. Oh yeah, no, you got freaking Deputy Dog over there smoking a bong.
Wait, that's a thing in Paw Patrol?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
But that was just something that I got pointed out, or I thought of, because just a lot of things have been like, we're gonna have it, and we gotta have it. Gotta be relatable to the kids, and you can tell like somebody older writes it. Maybe it's somebody younger. I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, it's R.L. Stein.
I don't
What
think-
about R.L. Stein?
Did
Well,
she like
he wrote it
direct
in
it?
like,
Or he
when was
directed
it written?
Oh, it was probably written in like the 60s, the 70s, or whenever he wrote it. So probably there was not anything entertaining about it enough for. I mean, maybe that's just the way media is going, and I'm old. But
I guess. I don't know. I mean, let's just say I'm glad that the 2 main characters were 2 girls.
also,
Who were the...
speaking of,
It wasn't her brother wasn't one of the main characters, right? Was he considered just a supporting character?
I guess he was
the
just a
little-
supporting
Supporting.
character. But they had in the beginning, what's her name from Stranger Things, and they just kind of
Yeah, and they kill her.
kill her.
Yeah.
Dude, that, like, I'm not gonna lie.
Was that
I
the
didn't
girl at the
have-
very beginning of the
yeah,
movie?
the first one.
What was
Jack-
that?
He done.
What are you
with
doing?
that.
What did you drop?
A TV remote.
Jack! Yeah! Don't
Fall
break
back.
the equipment!
Sorry.
Drop my
Whoa.
You're fired. I'm just kidding.
Ah!
Anyway.
Stop!
I'm kind of like. I'm gonna jump towards the.
Oh, wait, before we
Oh my
jump-
God,
jump around,
that was a real.
thoughts on the first movie? What'd you guys think about it?
It was
Um,
okay. It was oh
Wait, let's get some thoughts about it after we finish talking about the first movie. 'Cause
Okay.
We didn't really talk about it, like.
no.
at
We have
all.
to say thoughts about it, obviously.
Well,
Okay,
Well,
let's start
I
with,
just wanted to say, like, I'm gonna like jump towards like kind of the end of the first
Can we
movie.
jump towards the end?
Well,
No, that's fine. It's fine. Go on, go on, go
I'm
on.
going down my list, okay?
There's 3 of
Gosh.
them.
Yes, I know. Okay, so usually in like horror or like whatever gory scenes, they
Right.
don't really show the like details.
What do you mean the details?
I think
and
they.
a lot of.
No, I think they've been doing that recently.
But not like usually. Like I'm still like personally like kind of getting used to like seeing that on screen.
Like
Plus,
the
like,
axe gashes and the
yeah.
faces?
And like
The
what that
Walking
like.
Dead prepared me for that.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't watch that shit, but
Excuse me.
Walking Dead's pretty gory.
Well,
well, one more thing on
finish
that.
your thought, and I'll.
And
comment.
then they showed up like they kill off like basically the main characters, like
Yeah.
because that
Sure.
group was like kind of the main like obviously like the
Dude.
the girlfriends were like the main characters, but like
I forget what their
You know what I
names
mean.
are.
I forgot to.
I honestly didn't know a single name through this whole thing.
No.
That's something we should
They
All I
did-
know is Sarah Fear.
the
Yeah,
the
so
girl
fair.
the girl
And Nick Good.
character
the cheerleader, right?
the cheerleader, she doesn't have a
Sam?
name.
She does have a name.
Sam.
Not
Oh,
Sam.
does she have a
No,
name?
Yeah,
the
Sam.
the shady
never
side cheerleader, the one who got cakeified in the cake slicer.
Yeah, she.
Oh.
That was horrifying.
Also,
Yeah, that
That was
my,
absolutely
My
horrifying.
jaw already dropped seeing like them actually show her death.
I
and
didn't
that
think
she
they would
died.
kill her.
I didn't think so either.
I was thinking like she's a main character. Like her head's on the like conveyor belt.
Yeah.
I'm like she's a main character. She's not gonna die.
There's
and
so
she's like,
many
oh my
movies.
god.
There's so many movies
What are they
where
doing?
they just kind of like sit up afterwards, like they're so close, and they just like get out.
So
But
Actually,
nope.
like
The way the
Straight
guy
through.
died was really stupid.
Yeah, he.
I mean, he is just kind of
They
stupid
were
in general.
running down the aisle away from the running man with an axe.
And then he
Then
stopped.
And
they're
he
like,
stopped.
that whole it's so funny because that whole conversation he was having with
dies.
her brother, right? When he was like, bro, she's not nice. She sees something in you, bro. Like, she actually likes you. And then he dies, and she dies too. So it's like, there's no relationship development between those two characters. There was none to begin with in the first
No.
place. Like when he was like going through the hallway and he was like, quarter circle back, quarter circle B, A, B, double dash, Y, start. And he's like looking at her. I really wish I knew the names.
That was in the third one.
That was in
the
the
first
third
movie. No, that was in the first movie. They're going down the hallway in high school and he sees, I don't know any of their names. This is the problem. But he sees the cheerleader girl, right? And they never talk. They talk maybe a couple times. They're like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing fine. That's about it. And then they somehow end up in the bathroom together and
Oh my
make
God.
out.
Can we
And
talk
I'm
about
like,
how
so
out of
cringy.
place
What?
it was?
How has he got
Where-
that far with such little dialogue?
The three different groups, the two main girls go out of their way. They're like, "Oh no, you have a scratch on your back, sex," and then the kid, which I thought he was like 10,
yeah, me too.
like hooks up with like this 16-year-old.
Well, I mean, if he's in high school, he must be like 15.
I
don't know.
guess he looked like
The
he
very
was
youngest, he's
11.
probably 14.
Yeah, probably. But I mean,
Man, watch out, cheerleader
still,
girl.
I felt like there's an age gap there, which made it even weirder. And then they're like
Honestly.
sex, and then, which I don't know, whatever. And then the one guy alone's just like,
Dude, am I the
Time
only
to
one
beat
who haven't
off.
gone to Pound Town?
like, did we all go to Pound Town?
He's like, oh,
fuck yeah.
so
Yeah, bro,
funny.
Pound Town.
So something I was gonna say about like them actually showing deaths. The reason why they didn't show deaths in Early Warrior is one, it's cheaper, and two, it's
What?
deaths. Like when showing deaths on screen, like when you said that, it's cheaper.
like, not show
to
it?
not show it, and
Yeah.
two, the human imagination is more creative than what somebody can show
Yeah.
on film.
Yeah.
Plus-
Because
Like, I'm actually, like, amazed
A
at
s-
seeing their
yeah,
actual death.
a
'Cause
scream-
They're not, obviously, they're not dead.
yeah,
You can tell how old some of the actors are in this movie just based off whether or not you can see their deaths. If you can see them, if they show them actually dying on screen, they're over 18. But if they're like young
That's 'cause
people,
you can't-
yeah, you can't show young people dying.
you
You're
can't
only
show
talking
somebody
about-
under
I
the
mean,
age.
You can't show somebody under the age being brutally murdered.
If
I
they're
didn't know
like
that.
You can't show children dying.
yeah.
in
No,
horrible ways.
yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
There's a show and there was a movie in the 70s where a guy shot a child in the face.
That was in
Did
the
you actually
70s.
see that?
That was in
Or
the
not in the
70s.
face, in the chest, but
Did he die? Like, on the screen?
yeah, the child dies on screen and falls over.
Okay, fast forward to now, because I was in the 70s. That's probably okay
Yeah, there's
thing back
there's
then.
different there's
Things have changed since then, I feel like, but you can't show
lot.
like children dying on
Yeah,
screen
you can't.
in horrible ways like that.
But the thing is the human imagination is creative. You would be
Yeah.
impressed what you could do with a blood splatter and a gurgle. That like the most
Yeah, dude.
like the best like example of this is in Cloverfield when they have the shadow of the girl where her stomach explodes.
Oh.
Like you're still somewhat showing it, but it's terrifying. It's
Yeah.
like the grossest thing, and it's awesome.
They do it in this movie too. In the second movie, I'll jump forward just really quickly. In the second movie, the guy, the killer, kills a younger person at the camp.
Yeah.
And
But
it doesn't show
shine.
him. It doesn't show him being killed, but it just has the sound effects.
Yeah.
And it shows him swinging the axe into the doorway, so you can't see the kid.
Yeah.
And then the last swing he does, you hear a crunch and a squish, and then you see the window on the left just
Yeah.
get covered in blood.
Was that the one with, like, the glasses?
Yeah.
Oh, my
It was
God.
one with the glasses who was like holding them in the jail.
Those kids.
Okay, and so hold on, I was gonna excuse me for the first movie, just so I can like the part. So how you revived by an EpiPen? Because that's not how EpiPens work.
Not an EpiPen, EpiPen.
So
So many.
yeah, they have
so
what?
much epinephrine.
The three?
Fill this bowl.
So you have like three. Was it like 4 EpiPens?
It was like 6.
But the thing is he's like, okay, you're gonna take this pile and then this pile and then this pile, and I'm like, you can overdose from just one of those piles.
Yeah.
And the thing is that when you die from an overdose, like all they literally had to do is just make her overdose and then die, and then they just have to resuscitate her. But then she drowns the girl to fully kill her, and then she's like, "Oh, the EpiPens will work."
Why didn't she
I
give her
didn't- yeah,
CPR
not-
Yeah, and then
when
she,
she died?
and then she,
Listen,
and she waits. Adrenaline does not bring you back from dead.
Not from drowning.
Not
No,
from
not from
drowning, no.
drowning, but it
Well,
doesn't
that
even
makes
it
no
doesn't bring you
sense.
back from death anyway, because adrenaline has to run through the bloodstream, and when your heart stops, there's no blood
Well, if you're, like,
flowing.
If
giving,
you're
like,
pumping
CPR,
enough juice
doesn't,
into the
like,
blood,
your
it starts
blood
pumping.
kind of
I don't know.
pump?
You'd have to hit somebody with adrenaline and then pump them up, but you're gonna like overload their heart. Shut up.
She took so long to do CPR though. I mean, it was like,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
also
also
she was not
screaming.
she was
Also-
not giving CPR in the right place too. She was like on like above her
I
chest.
was yelling at her to start doing CPR. I was so mad.
Me too. I was
Both of
like,
us were.
CPR, CPR, CPR.
Like, just do it.
Do the CPR! Oh my god, you're dumb! But then, like, for suspense purposes, they don't have her doing CPR,
Well,
obviously.
according to Google, it says an adrenaline
We can't
shot
hear you.
No.
An adrenaline shot can restart your heart if it suddenly stops beating.
If they drown?
It just says it can restart your heart.
What about from an overdose?
It just says it can restart your heart.
Listen,
Yeah.
This
if
is
you
coming.
stop breathing.
Yeah, but okay.
This is coming from Google, who told Alex that Lola Bunny was the only returning Looney character in Space Jam 2. So.
No,
But
I think what they meant though was
did
she's
you-
the only like new like cast like voice actor for it.
Oh, true.
That could have been what it meant. I thought.
Did
that
you look
That's probably what
up
it
can it
Yeah.
EpiPen or is it can adrenaline?
That's what an EpiPen is.
Is it well yeah, but is there enough dosage of adrenaline in an EpiPen?
I don't know.
well,
Listen, man.
I don't think it is.
What if you just
Either
use
way.
epinephrine?
I'm not a
she
doctor,
didn't die.
Just take some
Came back.
but she came back.
some testosterone supplements. Boom, heart starts again.
And then they're like, "Yay, happy ending," and then
Happy
Speaking
ending.
of-
but
And then
her
not
friends
and then
died.
not happy ending.
and not happy ending.
Speaking of endings, did you like?
Ending.
Did you guys like enjoy how like the end of them showed kind of like the preview for the next movie? Like the part 1 like showed part 2 and part 2 showed part 3.
At the beginning of the movie.
At the end.
Yeah.
I didn't watch
The-
those.
Really?
Like once the
Yeah.
Well, it
credits
kinda got you
rolled,
excited
I went to the
for
next
it.
movie.
Bruh,
I'm sorry.
you're like leaving after like the credits roll in Marvel movies.
Yeah, but those are Marvel movies. This is like
Whenever
I don't know.
Okay, did you like watch like any of the like Marvel like shows that came out with the post credits? Did you actually watch
Yeah.
those post credits?
Yeah,
I'm so surprised.
because that's Marvel. Of course I would.
And speaking
I'm
of
sorry.
Literally, you only had to watch 2 of them. There was only going to be one
Sure it would've had
after
more
part
than
1
that.
and part 2.
I'm assuming there was something at the end of the third movie because the credits rolled and then it like kept
Yeah,
panning
there
up and
was.
up after they started like making out or some shit, and it showed more credits and then it showed them kissing again and then more credits. And
Yeah, there was
That's
more.
when I quit. Did they show them kissing again after that, or
Do you want to tell them what happened
in what?
after the credits in part 3 of the book?
Wait,
Oh
does it-
yeah, no, literally like
Yeah,
they're
someone takes it.
yeah, somebody takes the book.
They show like, the
Which is-
crime
Because you
scene.
can never
Why?
yeah, because you can never end on a movie. See, the thing is with all scary movies like that, they end the same way. They're like, we're gonna end with something spooky. But like Conjuring, I like the way that they do it, and like it's different. You can't do it with every movie. It's
Yeah.
only in the case of Conjuring.
So
Conjuring
they
literally
they put it in the basement and then they just zoom into the object. And it's
that because they don't like show
I
it
like
moving or anything. They just show that it's like there. But also at the end of the movie, they show that it's a real event. And like they're like, yeah, this is something that happened. So realize that, and then you leave the theater being like, this was something that actually happened in real
Maybe
life.
it's because like towards the end of like most horror movies, it kind of like give you some relief, and then they gotta like tie you back into reminding you like, oh yeah, this
Nothing
is
is
a scary
alright.
movie.
Yeah.
But
like,
it's a
snap
cliche.
back.
It's a cliche. I think it's dumb.
I don't know.
I remember they did that. In
It
the
works.
Ring. The
But
Ring
what-
annoyed me.
But
when it
why'd
ended.
they do it? Aren't it's a trilogy, and it's over? Are they gonna do more?
The second
Well,
trilogy.
Right.
there's still more like killers. Like there's more books. Like you saw like in the movies, there was like the one in the lake, and then there was the baby one.
The baby one creeped
Maybe
me
one
out.
king.
Like there's like still a few more. We didn't see the backstory of like the girl. What was her face? With like
Ruby?
Like I don't want to.
There were some
I don't know.
killers though that they kind of left out that I thought looked kind of cool.
he
They
kept
needed
mentioning how
more.
like he wanted to like see the other backstories.
Well, I don't know
Well,
why
I
they
don't-
included the axe guy 3 times. They added him in the first, the second, and the last part, and it's like I don't want to see him. I really want to see the freaking baby with a baseball bat, and he gets like shot in the
Can
face.
you
I
make
think.
any direct comparisons with these monsters to other like big Hollywood horror killers?
Well,
like
the
Freddy or
in the second
Jason.
one, he's most likely
Scream.
no. In the second
That's
one,
the
he's
first one.
And the second one, he's either Jason or he's closer to Jason.
He's just Jason.
He's just Jason.
At a camp.
Jason.
In the first one, it's Scream.
Mhm.
In the third one, there's not like an official killer.
Who even is the killer?
There's no killer. Oh well.
What do you
Okay, so
mean?
then
It's like the town's the killer.
so then think of what are the other ones that they have. The girl
So
with the
one
knife
that
is.
stabbed Berman, I'd call him Mike Myers. Or
Which one?
the one that stabbed Berman at the camp. I don't know.
Probably.
Just because
Also-
of his weird face. He had like a
also-
weird face mask on.
The two girls at the end, they get stabbed. How do they?
How does one of them live?
How do one of them
That
live?
scene was
Because they're
so
stabbed
fucked
here.
Stabbed all over.
Yeah.
Like you're dead.
I don't think there's any resuscitation into a heart that's been sliced in half.
I know.
Like I understand.
Adrenaline.
Can we?
Yeah, that be bad. No, it doesn't work.
You better. You
I-
better every day.
I understand for the whole thing of like you got to keep the plot going and you have to find some way, but like it's stupid. They could have had her like get stabbed and she falls over and is like, and then
Oh, good.
sorry, good content. I don't know. I'm
Can we
only
talk
looking
about
at
the
you.
ending of the second movie.
It's hard
How
to
so?
keep your eyes
So
on me.
that scene, where Berman and her sister are getting stabbed or brutally murdered by the killers,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
was so disturbing. I hate stabbing and like axes in movies like this. It's like I hated watching the Zodiac Killer. Did you guys ever watch that movie?
No.
No, I did
Because
not.
there's a scene at the beginning of the movie, right, where the killer basically just like knife rapes this guy's wife, and he's just like she's just screaming because she's in pain, and the guy's continuously stabbing her, and she's still alive for the whole thing, and then it
I don't-
just cuts. So
I don't like
your
cutting.
imagination goes wild as to how long that goes on for. In this movie, it's like the dude with the axe, right, is continuously hacking into her chest cavity.
How is
and
she
she's
not
still
dead?
alive, and they're talking with each other. Berman and her sister are still talking while this is happening. I'm like, how are you alive? She's like, nothing will pull us apart, and I love you.
She like
very
sneezes each
much."
time.
So that makes me
It was
also.
like, oh my God,
Also,
no.
there's a scene that happens in that movie that both of me and you looked at each other and we're like, ooh.
Wait, which one?
I don't know if I should say
Just
it.
say it.
The- How old is that actor? Is that
Which
actress?
one?
The red-haired
Sadie
one
Sinks?
from Stranger Things.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Why?
Was
Hey,
she one of the
Siri, how
killers?
old is
Would
Sadie
rather
Sinks?
not see exposed parts from an under.
It hears you, so it's not.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
She didn't expose herself.
I guess there was sorta. I don't know.
When
Never mind.
When was that?
There's a.
Is she
I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna dig myself a deeper hole. So just
Just
ignore
say
it.
it.
I mean,
Well,
you're not like.
You're
that was
literally
my
gonna like
favorite
leave us
part.
on the
One of
edge
us
of our
should pull
seat.
up the cast list because that's something you would pull up.
Well,
Well,
she's-
Sadie Sinks is.
I'm not gonna. Anyway,
Bruh, just say it.
Just
What
say
are you
it.
talking about?
the
We'll
just
scene,
bleep
the
it
scene where
out
she
if we-
falls on the ground and her boobs jiggle.
Oh my god, that was
Bruh.
so funny.
Her boobs jiggle?
Yeah.
Yes.
What move? Wait, which one was
In
it?
the second
The
one.
second
She, like,
movie?
She-
falls
she
her
falls on
back,
the ground.
And you see them jiggle like water
Okay.
jugs.
Okay, like
What?
Because I know
this
she's.
this is very hollow ice.
It's very thin ice.
But like,
But the thing is, yes,
I
it's-
will agree with you. I feel like that's almost like the shots they were looking for in this because, like, I don't know how old she is, but like,
I think she's 17.
man, the recoil. Because like,
I have no recollection of this.
it's like
What?
in your face.
Well, she falls
Well,
on her.
there's a lot of
She's
scenes where
19.
running.
She's 19.
Oh, we're
Oh,
safe.
thank
We're
God.
safe.
Oh.
We're safe.
Media
So you-
Mix is saying.
Ah, thank
Dodged the
you.
bullet there.
But yeah, she that happened,
Um,
and understand like she can't control that because it is a body part. It'd be the same thing as
Oh,
like
it's not her fault. I mean, it made the movie better.
It'd be the
but-
same
Guy
thing
can
as like
control his boner in the first, in the
Okay,
third.
it'd be
movie.
the same thing as having a guy in gray sweatpants running in slow motion.
like just doing the helicopter while he's running. Like,
But like yeah,
ooh.
that was a scene. Wait, so no wait, that made me think of something.
Really?
But not related to that because it made me think of the scene where they're in the little like zoo
Makes me
thing.
excited for Stranger Things.
So it turns out at the end of the movie, which I'll just spoil it because whatever, I don't care.
Second one.
The
Watch it.
Wow.
the
how
guy
dare you.
Nick,
Not good.
yeah, he turns out to be the bad guy because he's in a long line of bad people. What would-
Solomon Good was the initial
Which
one.
I hated.
What would happen if he got murdered by the killer?
Right.
He could have just
Well, then
straight
it would
up.
be done.
This is the part I was confused about. Like, part 3 really confused me. Like,
How so?
first of all, I just want to say, Nick Good, like, in the second part.
It's not good.
I know, but in the second part, when he was younger, I actually, liked that actor. I think
Yeah.
that actor
I liked
did
him
good
too,
enough.
yeah.
He did good.
And then, he was, only one of my favorite characters. And then I'm like, oh, I'm excited to see him as a police officer in the third one.
Yeah.
They were like, boom,
me too.
evil.
I was so excited to see his good side, have him help
I thought he
everybody.
was going to show
and
up
then-
and be like, bam, bam, I'm a cop. And no.
I like that,
it's,
though, 'cause
I'm
they-
Satan or something. Like, is he
They-
Satan? Because they said he's like Satan himself.
I don't
Who,
think
Nick
He's-
Good?
Well, I didn't
Yeah, like
realize
that
that
family.
Nick was gonna be Sheriff Good until he
Well-
told me at the end of the second movie. I'm very
Well,
oblivious.
they
in
hinted at
movies.
it in the beginning because they're like, "Hey, sorry, your dad was a hell of a cop, but when you become my sheriff someday, don't be too hard on
I
me."
mean, that kind of gave me.
And
the
that
hint,
makes me think of this. Nick Good had a. Why are you filming me?
it's for videos. Stop.
We're doing
but- You're
Snapchat.
breaking the fourth.
I didn't mean
wall.
to.
Shut
What do you mean the
up.
fourth wall?
We're on a
talking.
podcast, and you're like,
It's a
wait, why are we
podcast.
videoing?
Did you get my consent?
Yeah.
We were just having conversations in
We're
the dark.
talking hot dog.
So wait, Nick Good has a
Excuse me, I
brother.
have pronouns.
It's
Oh yeah, his mayor's the
They're
brother.
hot.
yeah,
Dog.
His brother's
mayor's-
a mayor.
his brother is a mayor. Why didn't his brother become the witch boy?
Yeah, wouldn't his brother also be evil?
Yeah.
And
Well, no, he gets.
He would have to die too in order for the monsters to disappear.
Yeah, but he gets found out by the people, and they're like, "Oh no, he's bad guy."
No, but when Nick Good dies, the monsters disappear because the
'Cause he's-
pact holder is dead.
Well, I think he's the
Maybe
only
it's only
one
one per
who-
generation.
Maybe that might be what it is. It may be only one person, but
Well, why? So why was the witch possessing people then?
The witch
she
wasn't.
she wasn't. It was
It was Solomon.
yeah, it was Solomon, and they were like, "Oh yeah, she's bad."
Which for the
Okay.
viewers watching, Solomon was Sarah Fier's I guess romantic interest or
one of her romantic interests.
and
no,
There's
she,
also that
yeah,
one other
he
girl.
was.
a romantic interest. I think
Yeah.
he was just a friend.
No,
Well,
he was a
Frank
romantic
kinda-
interest because
They were gonna get married. They kind of hinted towards that, but she actually wanted to be with Sam.
he
I don't
even
know.
said "I love you, no, please, no, I love you" while he's trying to stab her.
Yeah,
I was asleep during this part.
That's
bruh.
I fell asleep for half of it.
Unfortunately, I fell asleep at the end of part 3. So
The end of part 3 was the only good part about part
really,
If it makes you feel better,
I
Alex, I
woke
was
up
awake for
to
the whole thing.
to watch the
Yeah.
last 50 minutes. But oh my god, I gotta be honest, the beginnings of these movies are so boring.
it's a little
There's
bit.
just no build up. I feel like.
Yeah.
It's also kind of I kind of saw it coming with the main character, whatever her name is, and she's like, "Oh,
Which one?
Sam."
Sam.
Yeah, I kind of
Oh, yeah,
figured
Sam.
she'd be a she. Yeah, I thought so.
I didn't think she was gonna be a she.
Really?
What?
I'm
In the
surprised
beginning of
'cause-
part 1, whenever she was writing the letter down and talking about Sam and kind of
Oh, yeah.
showing the football player and the cheerleader.
Yeah, I thought Sam was gonna be some stud Chad
Oh,
who dumped
I
her.
thought it was gonna be a girl. Maybe it's because I watch iCarly. That might be why.
Yeah, it probably is.
I think it's just
I
because
think
grew
Sam
up
is
with,
more of a girl name.
Classmates named Sam. Who
I
were
don't. I
boys.
watched Glee, and
Well,
Sam's a
Sam-
guy in that
I
show.
guess Sam
So,
is a guy. Yeah. It goes both ways.
how did you guys feel about having the same cast from the first and second movie together in the third?
It was jarring because I was like,
It was confusing.
why?
Yeah.
Well, what
I
other
wish they
shows
didn't
have
do
they-
that.
I wish they didn't do that
want
either.
them to-
I wanted to see the actual
I wanted
Sarah
to see the
Fier.
witch.
They
Yeah.
had an
I wanna
actual
see
Sarah
Sarah
Fier
Fier.
actor.
Yeah, but
Why
they
did
only
they use
showed
the
her for
girl
a
again?
total of 1 minute, maybe
Yeah, like a second.
max. It's I wanted to see the original.
It confused the hell out
Oh,
of me.
I thought of something from the from the second movie that was
What?
kind of funny? You know, or not funny because it kind of pissed me off. You know, like the really asshole like kid who's keeping the people in the jail, and he's from Sunnyvale, and he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"You're staying here, bitches," and then he's like, "I'm gonna go check it out," and he leaves, and then the like
What
three
happened to
kids,
him?
and the 3 kids in like the little area get like just bludgeoned to death.
Yeah, they just.
And I'm like,
They get
die.
axed.
I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm assuming the kid outside died, but I really wanted to be like, no, I guess it was just a rabbit. And then the guy's just like, and then like kill him. Like, what a little turd.
Hey guys, I'm back. I
Why-
brought snacks. Oh shit.
There was a lot of scenes in this movie where I was just kind of like, where is everyone?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were in a hospital, and like multiple people got murdered. They're running up and down the hallways, and there's like 2 people that were working there
In a
Must be
hospital.
under-
in a
because of COVID.
hospital.
Who knows?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. There's absolutely nobody in that town.
There was
ever.
Yeah, there was
Because they all keep
one
fucking
lady
dying.
at the
Oh.
front desk, and then a doctor, and they both died. At least from my memory, I don't really remember.
Or the really shady guy who gives
guy.
children drugs.
Speaking of where the fuck are people in certain scenes, that bus scene where the car was like killing the bus,
Oh yeah.
right? And shady side is like going home from the like makeshift
Memorial
funeral,
or
the
something?
memorial, and they're like, "Those Sunnyvale pricks, we're gonna kill them!" And everyone's like, "Yeah! What are we gonna do? Kill them! When are we gonna do it now?" And then the Sunnyvale people are driving behind them and chucking like water balloons and shit at the bus. And all these kids are going to the back of the bus and like getting a giant like Gatorade cooler and they chuck it at the car. Where's the bus driver?
Yeah,
And
no, that's
why
true.
is he not saying
That's
anything?
true. I was like,
and why is he not hitting the
down!
brakes?
Because when you open the door, an alarm goes off.
Yes, and a lot
Why
of
didn't the bus driver be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
The bus
sit-"
driver was straight vibing with his headphones in.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
what
it's
it
like-
was.
So, I don't know.
None of this movie needs it needs to be just a little more realistic, just for my life.
It's
'Cause
got-
it's like
It
I mean, it's not.
it's
that
basically just
real.
like letting kids do whatever the fuck they want in
It's-
this movie.
I mean, it also
Just
is
like
1994.
Yeah, it is. That's
Yeah.
true.
Well,
but
that-
also the
I
thing
don't get
is,
what that
it's
It means
structured.
There's less
It
like
means it's not as strict.
Not as
strictness.
strict.
Yeah.
It's structured like a lot of those 80s movies where it's like, we're kids, and they don't focus on the parents at all, and you ask, like in the Goonies, right? And you're like, why hasn't a single parent asked, like, where are our children? Actually, no, they do, because the children are gone the entire time. But it's one of those children's adventure movies that you could be like, yay, haha, but, you know, the kids don't act.
No, death.
The kids don't act at all what kids would act like.
Mhm.
And you
Yes.
know it's written by adults. So,
I think the only scene, right, where the kids like get caught for just doing whatever the fuck they want is in like the third movie when they're about to fight Nick, and they're just like booby trapping the mall, and the cops show up. They're like,
oh yeah.
"You kids, put your guns down!" And they're like holding the little like super soakers, right? And they're like, "What the fuck you kids doing in the mall?" And they're like, I don't know." But it's
Why
like,
Won't they like
They
hear
don't
me
tell
out?
anyone.
yeah.
They're like, hey, hear me out. There's people after us. They don't even have to be like, we're cursed. They could just be like,
Yeah,
Well,
we're
didn't they
literally
say that,
hiding
like
from
watch
people.
out, like the people
Yeah,
coming?
shut up, get out of the mall.
why do people still live in that town if there's consistent murders?
Cheap.
I mean, maybe yeah. Exactly.
super
Don't
cheap.
have money. You can't live in.
I mean, look at Sunnyvale. It's like you have to be rich to live there.
Well, or curse.
That's the point.
Curse?
On the other end of the curse.
Yeah. Like you gotta be in the loop,
Got to be in
like
the.
Nick Good.
Oh wait, how do they get into Sunnyvale from that mall? How?
The mall. Hear me out. The mall, from like, let me just explain this from a producer
Yeah.
director standpoint. The mall leads into the catacombs where the
Oh,
ritual site is,
Oh.
which leads into the Goods household.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that is true.
That
But-
doesn't make any sense.
That
at
is
all, I
the
don't
longest
But,
tunnel.
like, also,
That mall must be like really close to Sunnyvale, and like on the border of like Shadyside and next to Sunnyvale.
Can we also talk about how they built a mall around a tree?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's true.
yeah.
They would have
And
never.
how is that
that's
hand
not
still
my
there?
job.
So that would have meant.
They literally, and no mall would ever do this because they do not want to pay guys to sweep up leaves every single day. It's a giant tree.
Well, no,
I mean,
and
isn't that
on
like
top
town
of that-
kind of like all about that whole curse, and like they all like kind of like talk about it. So if they know that's the tree that she like died
Yeah,
on,
maybe the goods
like,
left it there.
They
but
leave it there.
Wait.
realistically, when you build a mall, I'm pretty sure they just excavate that whole area to just to flatten
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
and then put the new shit
Nobody
inside
believes
of it.
in it anyway.
And speaking of
Yeah,
that,
man, it's still
if they're
there.
going to put however heavy a mall is, no, you can't measure
Just
that.
pick up a whole mall.
But if you're putting an entire mall, right, that means you have to bulldoze. There's a catacomb under there. How is there not a sinkhole? Like, I know there's like demon powers or whatever, but like, I feel like you have to dig down a good bit to then put a massive slab down and then build. There's no possible way that either the excavator or anything didn't just like sink in.
Yeah,
Because they would have found it in that tunnel.
yeah, they would have.
I just thought of something really
It
fucked
was
up.
weird.
What?
So back to movie 2 ending where they're getting like chopped up, right? I'm just thinking of that Jack's Films video where he's just like making the milkshake and he's like,
Oh.
you're gonna add some protein and then you're gonna add some ice and then I put in a whole banana and then you add some protein and I'm just thinking like
And now
every
off
time he
ca-
adds protein is like every time he axes the girl's like chest cavity. It's like then you're gonna add some protein
And then add
it
some
goes
more
to the other
protein.
camera and it's like then you're gonna add a whole banana and you're gonna add some protein.
That was my favorite video.
I don't know why that came to my head.
I want to mention a little bit, like, talking about the mall and the tree and all that. Like, they show different, in different movies. The Great, I think it was, in the, like, meal hall in the mall. And what was in the first movie? But, like, you know how, like, they climb under and, like, in the second movie, she, like, push up with her feet to get out?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they showed that in, like, at least both of the movies. I don't know
Yeah.
about the first one.
In the first one,
I kind of like that link and how
I
they
can't remember
did
what they did
both.
in the first one. They definitely did in the second movie because
Yeah, that's where I
when
noticed
she was
it.
coming into the break room,
Yeah,
right? And then, in the Salem town, she like goes into the town hall and kicks up the floorboards.
yeah, that's
so
what it
there's
was.
kind of a parallel there. Also, I love how they reference in multiple movies like she comes from the floorboards of the town hall, and then that's like in movies 1 and 2 when they're
Yeah.
talking about that, and then in movie 3 she actually like
Comes
Sarah
through the
Fear
floorboards.
actually comes through the floorboards,
I mean, they weren't lying.
and it's like because that's what they use to like make the urban legend,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like the cover that Good uses for Sarah Fear being the witch who's controlling all these people.
Also, how shitty must it be to be like a high paid actor? Well, there's 2 of them in the scene that I'm thinking of, but you have the little brother, and then you have the girl in the second movie, the main girl character in the second movie.
Sadie?
Yeah, Sadie.
Yeah.
You have both of them, and then in the third movie, they just get their eyes dug out by the
Oh my
Reverend,
God.
and they're just there. It's like, that must suck as a scene. It's like, yeah, in the third movie, you're gonna get your eyes dug out by.
Dang.
I felt like the first one was the first movie. It was trying a little too hard to be like Stranger Things.
Yeah,
It
I
had
didn't really
major
like the
vibes
first
of it,
movie.
and then it
I
was just
don't-
kind of like, hey, let's just take some people from Stranger
Things.
The
Things.
whole setting just kind of
Yeah,
threw me
exactly.
off.
The second movie.
Because this is supposed to be in like the mid '90s, right?
What, the first one?
yeah, the
first
first
movie.
one is. The second one's in the 70s.
And it's like it's so 80 though. Like it's so 80s.
It's close to the 80s. I don't know. I didn't live in the
I mean,
90s,
it's in
so.
kind of the early 90s.
Yeah, but I don't know. I felt like the
So 80s.
The whole
what do you
vibe
mean?
was-
The first. You talking about the first one or the second
I'm
one?
talking about like
first
the
one.
mall.
all the
first
times
one
they were
was
in the
very
present.
90s.
The mall definitely reminded me of the Stranger Things like mall.
Oh, yeah.
Like all the
It
neon
was
lights.
like straight ripped, basically.
But
Just
a lot of
copy and
those
paste.
Midwestern malls are all the same.
Yeah.
They're all really big and they're outdated, and especially then because they don't get redone and they have all those neon lights.
Did you guys
That's
see
why it was
like
90s.
Yeah.
Neon stuff wasn't really 80s.
Did you guys
Well,
like see anything while like the scenes were in the mall? Did anything like throw you guys back that you saw?
Into Stranger Things?
No, like
No, we're not
back
doing
in
Stranger
time. Any objects?
We weren't.
From the
I
90s.
wasn't born in the 90s. I'm a 2001 kid.
What
right.
did something send you back in time to the 90s before you were born?
No.
Things. What were you thinking of, Nick?
I was thinking of like the super soakers. I don't know.
Those are still things, Nick.
That one scene whenever
they're
like
not.
they couldn't get like the gate down.
Yeah.
Do y'all know what I'm talking
Like the
about?
security
Okay.
gate. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's so typical of horror movies. To, just like trying to close it and then like running towards you and then get it last second.
Yeah. Yeah. It's called a cliche.
It's called
Yeah.
suspense.
They're kind of stupid.
I know, like
Also, wait.
stupid.
What other stupid cliches can we point out?
There's a
I mean,
lot.
to be fair, that one wasn't stupid because it was set all the way back from the first movie.
Another stupid cliche was
Yeah.
the first movie, again in the mall,
Mhm.
whenever the girl from Stranger Things, what was her name? Started with like an R or something.
Is she the girl that gets murdered off in the beginning?
Yes.
Oh.
When she was like trying to hide from it, and she just stood there and like just passed the killer, and he
Oh
just,
yeah,
like,
and
killed
she
her.
like walks out of camera, and then the killer's been in the shot the whole time, and he moves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that girl's just dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
A lot
But
of the
you know,
characters are kind of dumb in
I
this.
love this movie.
anyways,
The junkie girl from the second movie, she gives this whole speech about like, man, I was like this junkie and I cut my wrists and I just hate
Try to be
my
all
life and
sentimental.
shady side, but we're gonna end this curse tonight, and then she fucking dies.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I knew she
and
was
they
gonna
didn't even
die.
have a curse.
they didn't even end the curse. It was like so built up just for her to die like that.
Speaking
What do
of
you
like,
think-
sorry, go
ahead.
Zach.
No, you do it.
Are you sure?
I'm a depressed hot dog. Go ahead.
Alright, between like the second movie and the third movie, they showed like all of like the dead bodies kind of like rolled up and like in the line.
Mhm.
Like I think it was in front of the church for the third movie, and then in front of like the mess hall for like the second one.
Oh yeah.
Like after all the death, they just
So
showed him there.
Another nice parallel between the movies.
Well, I mean,
Um,
that's just something police do when there's a mass murder.
Well,
Well-
it was like kind of the similar shot. Like the way they
Oh,
shot
okay.
it too was
like
very
the
similar.
second movie was outside the mess hall, and the third movie was outside the town hall.
Yeah, a town hall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of the third movie, real quick, in the beginning, whenever I think it was the children and Sadie Sinks was like doing kind of like Ring Around the Rosie, but like with the different like words. It was like Pastor Miller blind as a bat, Pastor Miller blind as a bat, and they kind of like said other stuff,
Mhm.
but it basically foreshadowed what was gonna happen.
Yeah, that he gets
In the town hall.
his
Which
eyes
I
dug
saw
out.
a post about that on Instagram, so I just wanted to bring that up because that was pretty cool. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
I'm really happy.
I forgot about that.
I forgot about the song
Yeah.
until they mentioned it. I was like, no way.
Was that the pastor who turned around when they were
Yeah.
singing that?
That was Pastor
Who is that
Miller.
actor?
I don't know. I don't know if he's.
I've seen him in other movies. I just don't know his name.
I'm really happy about the shot of the man just going to Pound Town in the second movie and just seeing his
Oh my god.
white
He was just like,
skinny
skip
ass.
it. Skip it. I don't want to see it.
Oh my god, dude! Like,
Wait, what?
so
In the second movie.
I was watching
When
the
did this
second
happen?
movie out in my living room.
I
And
watched the third.
my
movie
mom
one.
got home, and so I paused it, and I let her watch just whatever
Was
she
that the
wanted to in
part?
there. So I go back into my room, and I turn it back on. The fucking very next scene was that, and I just turned it on, and I was not aware that my TV was up really loud.
Oh, you talking about the sex scene?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
Oh.
on like 40 volume. And it was just, oh my god! It just like I got so red faced because I'm like.
Oh,
she
by the way,
definitely
volume
heard
warning.
that.
Sorry. Imagine people listening to this and just hear us moaning. Their
He's
parents
like,
walk
"What? You squeamish?" It's like, who says that? It's the dumbest.
Sad.
Yeah.
I couldn't pay attention at all to that scene. I was just like, what the hell?
How?
Man?
He
Also,
made me skip most of it.
I get the whole like he smokes drugs and it's funny, haha. But like, what kind of fucking idiot takes a bottle of pills and is just like, oh yes, and just like takes one?
Yeah.
What if it's
What
like
is it?
What if it's like?
it's Viagra?
Well,
It's
it's not
like-
Adderall.
it could have been something. I mean, I understand the whole like, I understand,
I want to
but
get high off something, but then it's just like, what if it just like makes you pee blood? I mean, like,
ha.
Turns into a woman.
well, I mean, it's like there's
Makes
some
you grow a
medicine
vagina.
that if you take it and it's like not for you, you will have some side effects.
I love how they're kind of acting like they were getting high,
What do you
and
think?
then they
I'm
realize what it
speaking
actually
from
is, and they're like,
Well, that's like the placebo effect.
oh, it's only
Yeah, it is a
Tylenol.
placebo. Placebo is the strongest thing that
Yeah.
can affect you. If I tell you that it's gonna make you shit blood, then you're
gonna shit blood?
Placebo's effect gonna make you shit blood.
So like, if you told me and I had no idea about the commercials that Red Bull gave me wings, I would actually get wings. I would
Someone
fly
sued
around.
them over that before. Well, their slogan used to be Red Bull gives you wings, like WINGS.
Yeah.
And somebody sued them over that slogan because they didn't get wings when they bought Red Bull. So now they changed their slogan to Red Bull gives you wings. So it's like it doesn't actually give you
Red Bull
wings.
gives
it's
you
just
wings.
Okay, I know this is like off topic, but like
Oh, because we were so on topic before.
no. Kit Kat Thins for one, and then Reese's Thins, which are good, but dark Reese's Thins.
You want me to explain this to you?
Hold
from a
on.
director's
What's wrong with
standpoint
And
as
then
that?
you
well?
have Milky Way Midnight, which she likes, but I
I
don't.
do not. What
Listen,
are
are
you
you
talking
Dark
about?
are you
chocolate.
trashing on my dad's taste in candy?
Okay, if you eat this, fuck you.
I'm telling my dad you said that.
Does he eat almond joy?
Yeah, him and my sister love almond joys.
Then they're psychopaths.
They are psychos.
Nick,
I
I don't
wouldn't
just
say
go
to
up to
their face.
people and be like, "You eat hot dogs? Fuck you!" No, I embrace it.
But I mean, granted, we do eat a lot of the good ones, so I'll give him that. And like, plus, like, you know, some people like dark chocolate and Reese's Thins are good.
You know why they're thin,
and there's
though?
one single Butterfinger that's good.
You know why they're thin though?
Why?
Because we're fucking fat. We need to lose weight.
Well, go to the gym
That
then.
wasn't me.
Do we have any more points
that,
about this
America?
Yes,
movie?
I have so many points.
Oh yeah, you got a
I
whole
would like
thing.
to
I am a
say
whole
something.
Go ahead, Zack Attack.
I am a hot dog.
He's a hot dog, by the way. He's a
I
hot
am,
dog.
I am small.
Where's your ketchup?
Hang on, let me go get the ketchup.
Do you actually have ketchup?
No.
No.
Damn.
Fuck, better not.
Yeah,
Dude.
as of the start of this recording, it was only 15 likes. That's why we didn't
Dude,
do the ketchup.
Okay, I
Yeah,
think
So
I
Start
know.
it next time.
I know what we're gonna have you do for if we get to 20 likes,
I'm scared.
and it's disgusting. I'm not gonna tell the viewers now because they're gonna have it a surprise if they actually do it. But I'll tell you.
You gotta give them a goal.
What do you mean? I said 20 likes.
Yeah, but they don't know what.
For what? What's the prize?
Yeah.
It better not be a fucking.
You gotta give them a
Jalapeno
hook, Nick. That's
It
what
better
we
not
did
be
in
the
video.
Hobbit.
It was-
okay,
It has-
hear me out,
it-
right?
Do you
Suspenseful.
do you eat
I
ketchup?
Do I eat?
Do you have will you eat
I
ketchup?
mean, yeah.
Okay.
Hear me out, Jack.
So he will. It'll be something
Consume a
involved
gallon
with
of
him
ketchup.
eating ketchup.
No. I have a better idea. You both remember
Ketchup.
the Peter Bear hat that we have, right?
We're not.
We got the bear suit. We'll just put
We'll
Zach
dress you up,
in the
put you in
bear
a white
suit.
van, and put you within 20 meters of a playground.
Let's see. Look, it takes Zach to get arrested. We came here and we have
Beetle Bear suit in the
$20,000.
park gone wrong in the hood.
Dude, that sounds like a Mr. Beast
Go
video.
take a kid while wearing the hot dog costume.
I can't believe this
a
happened.
prank.
For every
Bro.
child that he takes, I will give him $2,000. That's six. Oh, he's touching. Oh, I probably shouldn't be
When
saying
he
this.
reaches $10,000, I will double it. And
What are you
when
gonna
we
do with
double
it?
nothing?
What are you gonna do with
I
your?
will have my burger, my Beast Burger store triple it.
What
So
are you
he's
gonna do
make
with your 40?
60K.
What are you gonna do with your $40,000, Paul? I'm gonna spend it on more children. And then it's gonna cut to the next one, and it's gonna him be playing like basketball
You
or
Drake
something.
off from Black Widow is like, girls.
How about we make somebody else be the sufferer of
I
the
quit.
challenge?
How?
Okay.
I
What do you mean?
hate Mr.
Like,
Beast.
Let's make like
You
Nick
need
or,
a hot-
let's make Nick or
Mr.
something
Beast,
drink.
you
his
have a
alcohol.
grilled
Those goes?
cheese. You have burgers.
Those goes?
You have chicken sandwiches.
Nope.
You need a hot dog.
Got him.
MediaMix crossover, Mr. Beast. We're waiting.
We'll all do something eventually. It might be gross. It might be fine. But
Eat shit, Nick. Eat it.
I don't want to wait for the podcast anymore.
Dick.
Somebody's gonna make that into a GIF. Stop.
What, are you going like this?
Yeah, was that on his camera?
Camera's
Yes.
fast enough. You didn't switch the camera.
Yeah,
No,
you
it
don't.
wasn't.
You don't want to do that motion on the internet.
Okay. What was your point that you wanted to get across? that you were saying earlier before.
That Red Bull
Before I
and
was
wings.
rudely bullied once again on this channel.
No, we have fun.
Oh yes, right.
We, including Zach, have fun.
What's your
I'm
point?
depressed.
That was his point. He was a depressed hot dog.
Any other points about the movie?
Yes.
She has
Zach,
plenty.
go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It gave me words. It gave me vibes of like Dead by Daylight. I've said this before, but
Yeah, but they have multiple killers. That's the reason why it reminds us
that's
of
exactly
Dead by Daylight.
why it gives me a vibe. I mean, I wish there were more killers, and I wish they all had some screen time to get kills.
I thought they were gonna make it a series, like not just 3. I thought they were gonna make like a ton of them with like each killer and having a story.
Maybe
I
they
mean, maybe.
That
will
would
get
be
a lot
cool.
of hype from this and make some more like smaller
Yeah.
ones.
To have like a whole Fear Street anthology. But
I'd watch
Maybe
it.
I feel like it'd be too boring.
I think we're getting close to the end of this podcast,
Eh,
so
hold
let's
on,
dive
real
into
quick.
like closing
quick.
thoughts.
Give
Hold
her
on,
like,
hold on.
Unless
give
you
her.
have another, you have another
Nick,
point.
I told
She has more points. Give her
Give her my
time.
bottle.
Oh, so ratings?
Jack.
She's got the
Points.
phone out.
I've got points. So shut up. All right.
Jack,
Sorry.
switch back to me.
Let's switch back to me.
Yay.
Alright.
What the fuck?
What is?
Hot dog.
Camera goes off. What the fuck, man?
Please like and subscribe for more
So,
content.
Before COVID happened, this movie trilogy.
Jack, switch the camera.
No.
Hashtag hot dog content.
Okay, Alex.
Okay, they're
stop
getting mad.
interrupting Alex.
She's
Oh my
gonna. she's-
This hot dog is about to get eaten.
Oh, that's the best thing I heard all day.
That's enough.
That's what we
Alrighty.
end off, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.
No.
Stop.
Fuck.
Go
I
ahead.
had to flask. The trilogy before COVID happened was supposed to come out in the movie theaters
I can
1
see
month
that.
apart instead of 1 week.
1 month apart.
Yeah.
I don't know how well that would have worked.
I don't know if my interest would run off.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to pay $15 for like each movie.
Well, I
But-
feel like they'd have to spread them out longer, but they'd also have to make it more interesting.
But-
To like,
I mean-
you know, really want to go see the next one. I mean, no.
Because they filmed them like out of order, so it kind of helped in their
so
sense.
it was supposed to be in the movies.
In
Was
the
it
movie
still
theater.
a Netflix thing, or did Netflix pick it up?
I think it was
after?
gonna be like a movie theater and then Netflix picked it up after. Like kind
But
of
like,
most
was
of
Netflix
them.
So-
involved the whole time?
I have no idea.
In your
That's
guys'
kinda-
Because
opinion,
it's
That's
marked
too far
as a
into the
Netflix
question.
series. So
Yeah.
in your guys'
Netflix-
opinion,
Maybe they just
would,
kind of like switched the contract.
would the
over.
trilogy be better or worse if it went in chronological order from 1666 to 80 to like 76?
Why would that make any
I would have been
76?
so upset,
It
like,
wouldn't-
and so disappointed watching like the 1994 one after watching like all the prior ones, because I feel like they got slowly better and better in a way, and I was just gotten bored. Like the first one didn't interest me as much as the later two.
Because I feel like
Yeah, I
okay,
can
the
agree
first
with that.
movie laid the foundation for the story. The second
Yeah.
movie
I guess
was like the second movie was like a whole flashback, giving like context to the first movie, and then the third movie was what gave the twist to the whole
It
like
kinda, like,
trilogy.
tied it all together. And
Which
for those who don't know, Sarah Fear didn't curse like the land. It was her like romantic interest, Solomon Good, which turns out to be Nick's
Yeah.
Good, like great grandfather.
Sarah Fear is the one trying to show them.
that's why
Yeah.
Sunnyvale is so awesome and
Why
Shady
wasn't-
Side is so
Basically,
no.
they trade them like a life for like amazing lives,
Now
like every
it's
decade or
called
something.
the series is called Fear Street.
Where's
Yet
the
her name
street?
is Sarah
All right.
Fear.
I googled that up because I knew you were gonna say that. All right, so it was supposed to
Am I
be
about
like
to get roasted.
No, you're not. I'm
You're
about
a
to get
hot
roasted,
dog,
Zach.
of course you are.
Deathly afraid of 7-Eleven.
So Simon Fear changed it in the 19th century after like knowing like the name is cursed, and he didn't want to like pass down like the FIER like name, but he wanted to change it to something else. And also he realized that like fear like spelled a different way, it spells like fire. I don't know how that relates, probably because they like got burned by fire. But
Okay.
Like, there's also, well, he changed it because he didn't want the curse to carry on, because it feels like different last name. It, like, I guess he assumed it wouldn't, like,
So
keep
why
going.
Solomon?
Why Solomon? I don't know. He's not a fear. He's
Alright.
a good.
No, he's a bad.
But
Oh.
there's
He's a bad.
Google says there's like sagas and like a spin-off of like this. I don't know if they meant like books or movies or whatever, but apparently there's some other stuff you can like watch or read or witness.
Did you
Oh,
guys?
thank you for breathing in the mic like that. That was hot.
Breathe into the mic.
Like it fully caught all of that.
But speaking of the goods, when
Sorry. Go ahead.
when Nick Good initially came on the screen, I think it was the first movie. I thought that was Ryan from
Yeah,
The
I thought it was
Office.
Ryan from The Office.
Like just the lighting and
They
just like
haven't
the
seen-
angle.
Well, they haven't seen
Have you seen The Office?
No.
I've seen like
I've
clips,
seen
but
Office
I don't know
like
who.
5 times.
Oh my god.
I'm one of those
I'm
guys
sorry.
that
For
Let's do
you
the Office podcast
Oh yes.
Hmm.
Okay.
coming soon.
We can't rewatch it though.
Okay. What do you mean?
It's not on
Yes, we
Netflix.
can.
It's on
It's
Netflix
on
anymore.
Peacock or whatever.
I'm not buying Peacock.
I'm
Where else-
Peacock!
Where else can you watch The Office?
I watched it like
Say-
8 times.
say
I could probably do this whole
Peacock.
podcast by myself.
No,
That's-
no one bites
well,
an
this
eye.
is a problem.
Say
Where else can you watch
Poopcock.
The Office? Just
I
on
like at different
Peacock?
places. No, there's like different places.
Hulu?
Hey.
I don't know.
Is
I think YouTube TV has it or something. Yeah, YouTube TV has
Fuck,
it.
who pays for YouTube TV?
My dad does, so I get free
Like,
YouTube TV.
Say it.
Can we go over to your house and watch it?
YouTube TV. It's a little.
What did you
different.
guys think of
We love
the
YouTube.
good bloodline?
Love
though?
you, YouTube.
That was
What?
kind of
As
dumb.
like, cause I guess they're the main villain of this whole movie. Not one single good is a villain. Like the whole bloodline is.
So does
actually.
Not one
I
good
feel
is
like that's
good.
really.
Not one good is good.
I feel like it's really dumb though, if you think about it. Because the first guy, right? He's like,
Well, which first guy? You're talking about
It's
Solomon? or
Solomon. He's like, I want to get all this power, so then I'll have everything, which he doesn't really, because there's nothing really to have.
What does he
and
want?
I know exactly.
Like,
He's,
what is his purpose?
what is his purpose to do that? Because
What,
if you think
Sarah?
about it, you screw yourself over because he's just gonna go to hell, anyway. So
Yeah,
So
but he
how does
doesn't
it
care
work?
about that. He just wants power in the physical world.
right.
So how's it work?
Why didn't Sarah Fear, like, call him out on his shit when she's about to die? Like,
He-
why?
Who
He-
would believe her?
Well, no, that's the thing is that's the way witch trials work. She literally could have been like, he's also a witch, and then everybody would have been like,
That didn't happen like the
in
Crucible,
in
though.
the Salem witch trials, if you were to be like, I'm about to die, and then be like, yo, then everybody
I'm
would
pretty
freak out.
Sure, people like they. I'm not saying they had common sense back then because obviously the Salem witch trials are stupid.
Were a thing.
But if a person is on like about to be hanged, is like trying to smear another person's name by saying he's a witch too, I'm pretty sure none of them are gonna believe that person.
Yeah, but no, that's the way it always works now. If you call out somebody, even when you're getting like
I don't
called
think that's how
out,
it
they
works.
still do an investigation on
Yeah,
you.
but isn't it
Yeah,
only,
but-
wasn't it only women that were witches? Or
Yeah.
No, there was men who were killed too.
If you watch the Crucible,
Yes.
Yeah, I think I was
Proctor,
reading
John
up on it.
Proctor,
Yeah, he dies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
because like God is dead.
Honestly, screw the Crucible. What a dumb.
Book.
I don't remember
Dumb
anything that happened in that book.
I was so
Nothing.
sad because in the
Basically,
movie
they-
it was
it's-
like
We're not
John-
doing the Crucible
It's
right
basically
now.
the third movie of this. You don't even have to go watch it. It's just
Okay.
the third movie.
Sounds
they
good.
the girls go dance in the forest, and the men are like, "Wow, wicked!" And,
And
then they
then-
all get hanged.
Honestly, it was really just like if a woman pisses you off, you're just
You
like
just say,
"You're a
"I saw
witch,"
her with the
and then
devil.
They die, and it's like holy.
I
crap.
saw her with the devil. Time to die. And then,
to die.
no.
Also,
You
why do they
must
believe
die.
why do they believe the drunk guy who's in the town? Why?
Yeah, like of all people.
why is everybody like
Drunk.
believe the crazy person in the town?
So weren't they prior like don't listen
he's
to what he
eccentric.
says, and now they're gonna listen to what he says?
I
Makes
don't
no
know.
sense.
So, closing statements on the movie.
Wait, before
Movies.
closing statement, I do want to say one thing.
Okay.
You're a hot
What
dog.
do you think? I am a hot dog.
They're gonna say, "What do you think of my hot dog?"
What do you?
What do
gonna
you
say?
think of my wiener?
Trying to like, it's like,
Whoa.
Will you start your
hot dog.
freaking statement? I gotta fix it.
Don't do
I
it
was just
after
gonna
the
say-
I'm
podcast.
sorry. I'm fiddling.
Shush.
quit fiddling your twiddling.
With your
You
wiener.
diddling.
Will you start?
Yeah. So, what do you think was like the coolest kill or whatever?
Probably the cake slicer.
Podcast.
Yeah,
There's
I
so
got,
many.
gotta admit the cake slicer.
I'm not gonna say any of the ones where they're using the axe because
That's
I've seen it
classic.
before, and
Although to be fair, I like the one where it was they're like in the bathroom in the second movie, and then
And the
like,
guy gets his head chopped off?
Yeah, and then his body falls down.
well,
No, I thought you were talking about like the one in the first movie where they like explode them.
Explode.
Like all the, like the they set
oh,
up
they
like
make
the
the
booby trap.
killers
Oh.
explode.
And then they explode, but then they slowly come back together.
Oh,
Speaking of, when they come
that
back
was
together, that
cool.
reminds me of Stranger Things. Like I think it was season 3 when that glob thing like forms.
Blob forms out of people.
They got that straight from Stranger Things.
Yeah, they.
Yeah,
That
they kinda
was
did.
so copy and pasted.
Yeah.
But
I guess
Yeah.
I haven't watched Stranger Things, but I feel like if I did,
You
I would have a
haven't?
lot of. No. But if
Bro,
I did,
Nick,
I
you
would have
haven't
so
watched
much
anything.
more gripes with this movie.
Well, sometimes
Yeah.
people
These
don't. You know how
movies.
long it took me to watch it? I didn't watch it until COVID happened.
sure, I made him watch it. But
When did it
Yeah,
come out, like,
I haven't
2017?
watched it in its,
I don't
in its
know.
prime.
third season is
either.
the best season. But we're gonna do the 4th season for Stranger Things, so you gotta watch it at least before that.
Got some more
Things gonna come
homework.
out
Let's
later.
go.
Well,
Bring
you don't
it
have a
on.
while. You have a while. You got like 2 months.
So
Not like if even.
one episode a day.
Have they even done filming it?
I don't know.
Pretty
Look it up
sure.
online.
Why don't you go
Well,
ask like
Anyway,
Millie Bobby
But
Brown?
yeah,
She'll
the
tell you.
cake slicing kill was probably the most creative kill so far.
yeah, we know, Jack. We're hurrying up.
Because I'm
Shut up,
totally
Jack.
in Millie
Sorry.
Bobby Brown's DMs.
You're not?
All the other
Don't
kills
slide
was-
into her DMs. That's what that one guy is for.
Oh my god, what's his name?
I don't remember. Was it like it's Hunter Echo?
Let's not talk
He
about
was like
that guy.
claiming.
Don't give him the spotlight.
Bro, I could really eat out her ass.
Oh my god, shut up.
All right, Zach, what were you gonna say?
What do you mean? What was I gonna say?
Ratings or anything?
Ratings? Were we doing ratings?
Yeah.
Same time?
Okay, ratings time.
Okay.
We didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot.
That's Nick. I'm Alex. That's
Alex.
Nick, and that's Zach.
I'm a hot dog.
And we're
Anyway.
MediaMix.
Put this at the beginning of the clip, Jack.
No.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Ratings time.
Oh. Subscribe to my
oh,
YouTube
oh,
channel. I have a
O'Reilly.
YouTube channel.
I know.
It's a little
I'm not
late.
appreciated here. I'll
little
take my
late
talents
edition.
elsewhere.
Fine,
Well,
I will give you a plug.
I would give.
I heard Team
Fine.
Tech had an opening.
my friend.
I would give you. Okay. I give it.
You had your chance.
Wait, what? No.
So wait, are we rating the entire series as a whole?
Do we want to
entire
rate,
series.
rate
Rate,
each
like,
Let's do
movie?
each
Each
movie.
movie. Each
Okay.
movie.
First
Part
movie.
1.
Part 1, like a 6 out of 10. Part 2, 7 out of 10. Part 3, 7 out of 10. Overall, it's like, I know that's not gonna be a whole number, but I'll just
Well,
like.
how about we all go do part 1, then
6.3.
part 2, and then part
No,
3?
that'll take.
No,
No,
Yeah,
it's like too long.
6.3.
It's like a
So Nick
6.
just
I'll
gives
say
it
a 6,
6.3 out of
10. I'll just say 6. It's easier to put in.
So
6
like
out of 10.
overall, the series is
Yeah,
6,
6 out of 10.
Okay.
I'd probably give the first one a 6 as well. It was enjoyable, but not as good as the others. I like a lot of the like kind of camping, I guess, or whatever movies like the second one was. So I enjoyed that a lot more. I will probably give that one an 8, and then I'll give that one a 9 actually. And then the third one tied a lot together, so I'll give that one an 8. But it wasn't my favorite one because they use the same actors, and I wish they just used like
They should use
the
different
actual
actors. It
ones.
felt really lazy.
yeah. I feel like
It's
they just
cheaper.
didn't have enough
I know
money
it's
to
cheaper,
pay for the
but
other ones.
it was really confusing.
That one's my
But they
least
had enough
favorite,
money
the
to
third
pay
one.
for like the few seconds of the actual Sarah figure. Like, why didn't they just
Pay
keep
her
going?
for the
They
whole.
paid like
Seriously, yeah.
whatever the original people more to stay longer. They
Yeah.
could have just used the same money to buy.
Like, you had to pay the Stranger Things girl more money.
especially two Stranger Things.
Also,
girls.
speaking of Sadie Sinks, she's listed as like I think the top like on the cast list in Google when she only showed up as like the preview for like the second movie at the end credits after the first one. Like she wasn't even in the first one at all.
because she's a cooler actor than all the rest of them.
Talking about the actor for Berman, right?
For
The redhead.
Oh, the redhead.
Oh,
Yeah.
one more thing I just want to say real quick.
Oh, the recoil. Go ahead.
All right.
Insane.
In the beginning of the second movie, they kind of showed the sister and saying, "Oh yeah, my sister died," and they go and show like the two sisters like in the flashback. The old sister in the present time, I guess, had darker hair, so I assumed the one that lived was the older one. But actually, like it wasn't. So like he apparently knew, but I assumed that like Sadie was gonna die.
I didn't know which one was gonna die, so I had to wait the whole movie, and then they both end up dying, and I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
And then the one girl's like, oh, Nick, good, you're my hero, and then like she doesn't die. I don't know. I'm just a hot dog.
Switch to Nick.
What do I know? I'm just a hot dog.
Did you give a rating?
Oh, it was a 6 and a 9 and then a 9, so I got an 8 out of 10 for the whole series.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give the first movie. I'll give a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
The second movie I liked more than the first movie.
7.
I like the whole campground thing. I was
Yeah,
like,
me
wow,
too.
Camp in the 70s is lit. And so I'm gonna give that one an 8 out of 10. And then the third movie was probably my least favorite because you were using the whole cast for the what were they, Puritans? Anyway, I thought that was stupid. The twist, like, it was there, but it wasn't really special. Twist villain was kind of like mediocre. So that one is gonna get a 6. So first movie 7, second 8, third one 6.
So it's a
So
7.
you got a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Nice. What about you, Zach?
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really like the first one.
I don't think any of us
I'm gonna
did.
give the first
I liked
one
it.
like
I think
I
it
gave it a
was
7.
4.
4.
4.
Really?
4.
What did you hate about it?
Like
just
it
don't
wasn't
like
even
it.
average. It was below average.
Was
I
that
fell
boring?
asleep watching it.
Well, you also, I think you were rushed to watch it too, because you also were watching the second one like last week when you got here.
That, yeah, I mean.
If you had like
yes.
more like a casual like kind of free time to watch it.
I just think like the first like hour and 30 minutes could have been totally erased, and then you still would have had like the good part of the movie left over. I just feel like there's a lot of boring, stupid kid stuff going on that like nobody wanted to see.
Yeah.
And
This movie
then
really
they had
tried
a
to,
random like.
Maybe you try to get
gangbang.
attached to them.
that the movie really tried to like, you know, advertise itself to many different like demographics, like adults and young teens. So it kind of
there's
just all
just
meshed together.
A lot of parts
a
that
little
didn't
weird.
really make sense. It was a little confusing. And then the second one I actually really liked. There's a lot of good kills in it. I liked the killer. It was like not confusing because it was pretty straightforward. It was just like, oh no, his name's carved into the rock, and it made him go crazy because you saw at the beginning he was like a normal guy. And then, you know, he goes crazy. I like the part where they like finally get the bag over his head and he becomes like a true like horror movie villain.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just has a bunch of cool kills.
That was so
And,
cool. When they did
yeah,
that.
it was like it was a good movie. Like I feel like that movie by itself.
I liked how she
was a
put the
good
bag
movie.
on his face.
I
So
love that
movie I
transition.
get like a 7.
And the last one?
Last one, I feel like maybe I should go back and rewatch the part I missed, but
Yeah, probably.
I feel like it wasn't needed because I still understood the whole ending. After like not watching the Salem part. I mean, I saw the ending of the Salem part and then kept going, and it was all right. I mean, I didn't really like the ending too much, especially how they had like the cliffhanger at the end, or not cliffhanger, but like I don't know.
I missed out on the cliffhanger.
They just had someone grab the book, which I don't even know what the book is.
It
What
was
is
It was
like,
that book that's
It was
like
the
how
witch
to
Oh, it was the
make a
witch
pact
book.
with the devil.
yeah. So basically,
Okay.
someone's gonna start it up again because they're gonna be greedy and want to. Maybe it was the brother, the mayor.
I mean, I don't know.
That'd be
Who
pretty
knows?
lazy.
Maybe it was the
So,
kid.
What's your rating
My rating, what I give, like a 6.
for the whole thing?
No, for the last movie. For the whole
So
thing, I'd give
you
it
gave
like
it a 5.6
So
for all three. It's like
okay.
a 6.
I mean, yeah, like a 6.
you had a 6, I had a 6. You had
Like a 7.
You get a 7
6.
and I had an 8.
It'll be
So-
popped up on the screen.
6.75.
It's a
Bam.
Ready for the goodbye?
Yep.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with your friends and family or your dog, your
Like
cat.
and subscribe.
Yeah, like,
Turn on
subscribe.
post notifications.
Comment what you guys want us to do next. And
No one does.
we'll catch you next week.
Adios,
So-
amigos.
Goodbye.
Have a nice day.
I'm a hot dog.